you come out, first album, you're touring with Madonna, 1985. If you're going to tour with Madonna, 1985, I'm thinking is the time. I mean, just must have been you're in the center of an insane whirlwind. You couldn't have calculated that.
It was pretty crazy for her. I mean, think about
it. She talks about it. She never got over it.
Think about it.
Yeah.
No, but it was though, I think, where we were on that tour, and it was a huge deal and totally absurd that we got asked to do that tour. And
right.
That's a bit of a story unto itself. But which Adam could tell, or I could tell, but either of us could tell it. But anyway, or you could just read the book and it's in there.
Which would make what we're doing now completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
What if this whole thing was just read the book and then we just end it? No, you don't have to go into it. I'm just saying.
No, Madonna became, but my point is actually that she booked a tour and she was playing like theaters. And by the time the tour was actually happening, she was so beyond selling out a theater in terms of stature. Like right. She literally I think by the tour, before the tour is finished, I think she was like on the cover of Time magazine or something. So it was like she was on her way to being a cultural phenomenon, but then she really was one by the end of that tour. So
is it a coincidence that we were on that tour? I mean, I don't know.
All I'm saying is before you guys signed up, she's in theaters, small theaters.
Yeah, I mean, she used to be we used to play at the same clubs in New York.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
And then
no one ever talks about that part of the story.
You're right. In the podcast era, this is compelling information.
Well, actually, it is. Because she's floundering around. She's in theaters. It's going nowhere. You add the mixture, the key element of the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Right.
Suddenly she's on the cover of Time magazine, which at that moment was a big deal.
Huge
of course,
deal.
now no one knows what you're talking about.
You don't know who Joe Franklin is, do you?
Yes, I do.
We were on the Joe Franklin show.
No, really?
In 83,
Joe
84?
Franklin, just for our listeners.
Yeah, how do you explain Joe Franklin?
Joe Franklin, a guy who never should have had a show, but magically did. He name dropped everybody in show business. He had a small, it almost would today look like a cable access show. Yeah. And he sat there and his show was on for 40 years.
Forever.
Really?
Forever.
Yeah, forever. And he had like a real studio in New York. Like you'd go and it was like very vaudevillian.
Yes.
Right?
And a lot of his references would go over the head of anybody here. But Joe Franklin is an iconic New York institution.
Yes.
And being on I can't imagine the Beastie Boys on the Joe Franklin
show. So great. And then at the end, he was like, well, fellas, whatever he called us. I don't know. He's like, I see big things happening to you since you are going to be on this show. And he was basically like, you're giving the Joe Franklin bump. It was pretty great. It was pretty great. You're like, I don't know. Next thing you know.
Yeah, then we go on tour.
So what you're saying, Joe Franklin blesses you, then you guys
Rock and Roll Hall of
bless
Fame.
Madonna,
Boom.
and then Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Oh, true. You're right. It all goes back to Joe Franklin.
Yeah. You guys have 7 platinum selling albums. And that's thanks to a man named Joe Franklin.
What's with the other ones that aren't platinum? Because we made more than 7 records.
I have bad news for you.
I know. Adam.
No, I don't. I did.
Everyone's got a couple of duds. Everyone.
I like them.
I love that your mind works that way because that's exactly
it's Sona. What didn't work. There's 7 that did, but what didn't work.
Yeah, that's exactly how mine works.
I didn't know a music insider. Would you like some musical insider information?
Yes, I would.
So we were at our studio here in California, and I was smoking the pot. This was a long time ago.
Oh, God.
And we had...
trying to discourage kids from doing this.
We had a gold record on the wall. It was our record, Paul's Boutique.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at it, and I could see it has our label, and I could see that it has 9 songs on the one side. And I was looking at the actual gold record, and it only had 4 songs on it. And I was like, wait, you guys. And so we opened it, and we put the record on a record player. And
a gold record.
Well,
and
broke the glass.
Broke it open.
Broke the glass and took
and put the
record out
on
of the
there.
thing.
And it was somebody doing like piano versions of like Barry Manilow, like Feelings, and just some other shit.
When someone has a gold record, they just take any record.
Apparently
spray paint.
I don't know about anybody else.
But I'm telling you, I'd like to think that for
yes.
Barbara Streisand, Donna Summer, like a
Barry
real
Manilow.
mega star that it was actually their record.
This should
but
lead-
in
this
our
should-
case, it was some like
I'm saying this
somebody
is a
that was like,
documentary. Whoever's record that was, I'm just talking.
Yeah.
This
that's a
should
free
lead
No,
to
it's
like
facts.
a quiz show kind of investigation because I think all gold records need to be examined. They all need to be recalled. And you need to go to every, and you should check them out because it's probably not their record. And if it's
Recount.
not on a massive scale, recount. It's a recount.
yeah, we need a recall of all
This
gold and platinum plaques.
is maybe the most
from-
important
yeah.
thing facing America right now,
Oh,
Yeah.
at least for the next couple of months.
okay.
All
Yeah.
our energy should go
Well,
into
I think
it.
Conan, you could be a
At
big
least till
part of this. Like
December.
next time, say Lady Gaga is here, you could really urge her to do the same. Play her.
You guys have come to the right place.
Platinum
I have incredible
plaque.
power in the music industry.
I didn't know you could play those. I just
mean-
thought they were decorative.
I
thought they
didn't know
were-
either. I didn't know. I hadn't thought
well,
about
it
it.
turned out it basically seemed like, I guess, it was somebody's record that was spray painted gold or something. I don't know.
Some
Because
other
who would? Who
Yeah.
would break the glass and put it on a turntable? They weren't counting on you guys.
No.
You were the X factor.
We were the sleuths that uncovered this incredible crime ring.
This could be an action movie with John Cena.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
yeah. No, John
And
Cena and The Rock. The Rock,
well,
the Rock
you
breaks
can't
the
do
glass.
We can't afford The Rock.
No, one or the
Now
other.
you
We
blew
can't do
it.
both.
Just stick
Just
to
saying.
John Cena. We can get John Cena because he
Jason
does commercials.
Momoa.
Too much.
Oh,
Really?
all right. But how about this? Jason Statham is the bad guy who makes the plaques.
It's way too hot for me right now.
I love it. I want in on this, and I'd like to be a producer, but also I'd like to be in the film.
Can I just say this now that we're in Hollywood, California? Anybody that like makes action movies, I just want to be in the background during an action scene. I want to get pushed into like a thing of fruit. That's what I just want to be in a movie where like they're
why a
chasing
thing
and
of
somebody
fruit?
just
Why a thing
pushes
of-
me into like a fruit cart.
Yeah,
Why
I
fruit?
think I think Adam at Rock would like to be pushed into fruit in the
Yeah.
background of a.
But wait a minute. Is fruit, is that like a safe landing? Like what is
It's
what's
just
the
always
thing?
the thing where like people are walking, they're like, whoa, and the car
Yeah.
comes, they get pushed into the thing of
Well,
fruit.
there's always
yeah.
the chase scene that goes through like
That's
the,
what I'm saying.
like hotel
And the
kitchen with
cafe
to
or
the
something.
secret back entrance.
This was my
and-
coffee reference, the cafe.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I'll see that is done. I'll see that
Just
that
the
happens.
listeners. The
Mm.
Yeah.
listeners.
Yeah, that
Um,
and please, help us uncover this platinum plaque
Yeah, gold.
controversy.
It
Gold.
wasn't platinum in the story.
It wasn't. It was. You're right. It was.
I'm
gold.
sorry.
but
Stickler for the details.
I'm gonna say that probably the same for the platinum.
Yeah, who knows? Or
Yeah.
maybe it's a status thing. Like gold, you're like, I
Just
don't know.
spray paint that
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't know.
that album by the
It's
Partridge
true. I
Family.
mean, platinum. Maybe they had a better eye for detail, and they